In the shadow of New Hampshire's majestic mountains and charming small towns, the reality of communities grappling with challenges goes beyond the scenic landscapes. As we venture into the exploration of the worst places to live in New Hampshire, it's crucial to navigate beyond the state's picturesque facade. Let's uncover the complexities faced by certain locales, shedding light on factors ranging from economic struggles to social issues that contribute to their notorious reputation. Number 10. Conway. Conway, nestled amidst the magnificent White Mountains, bears the unfortunate distinction of being one of the worst places to live in New Hampshire. With a dwindling population of just over 10,000 residents, Conway grapples with the challenges of attracting and retaining inhabitants. The town's minimum income falls significantly below the national average, standing at a mere $38,000 per year, making it arduous for residents to make ends meet in the face of a rising cost of living. Moreover, the alarming poverty rate of 11.7% eclipses the statewide average, indicating economic hardship that permeates the community. Conway's crime rate, reaching 20% higher than the national average, casts a shadow on its safety, fostering an environment that raises concerns among both current and potential residents. Plus, limited access to quality educational facilities and healthcare services further compounds the challenges for those considering Conway as a place to call home. Number 9. Laconia. Laconia is a scenic location along Lake Winnipesaukee. There are lakes, mountains, and an abundance of breathtaking natural beauty all around it. Yet Laconia finds itself among the less favorable places to live in New Hampshire, due to several notable disadvantages. One significant concern is the town's economy, with a minimum income of approximately $41,000 annually, which often falls short of meeting the demands of the high cost of living. The poverty rate, hovering around 11.2%, reflects the economic struggles faced by a significant portion of the population. Laconia also grapples with a crime rate that surpasses the national average, with about 535 crime cases per year. People are 1 in 34 likely to become victims of property crime. This raises safety apprehensions among residents. Moreover, limited recreational and cultural amenities contribute to a lackluster quality of life for those seeking a vibrant community experience. Number 8. Belmont. Belmont is sparsely populated with approximately 7,287 residents, signifying a notable decline that's indicative of its struggle to sustain a moderate standard of living. Financially, Belmont faces economic hurdles as its minimum income averages around $47,000 annually, portraying a community strained by the surging cost of living. A notable 8.4% poverty rate mirrors the socioeconomic struggles experienced by a significant portion of its inhabitants. It also faces a formidable challenge on the crime front. Its violent crime rate stands out as the 4th highest in the state, a concerning statistic that is evident in its property crime rate, which doesn't fare much better and ranks as the 6th highest. What compounds the predicament is the contrary trajectory Belmont is taking compared to most other locales. While many cities and towns are witnessing a decline in crime rates, Belmont is moving in the opposite direction. While in the pre-2016 era, the town was surrounded by friendly neighbors with a crime rate lower than the majority of cities in New Hampshire, citizens now have to raise their guard whenever heading out. Number 7. Kean. Kean boasts the extraordinary achievement of annually setting the world record for the most jack-o'-lanterns displayed at once during the state's renowned Pumpkin Festival. However, beneath the festive facade lies a contrasting narrative as Kean struggles with its reputation as one of the most dangerous cities in the Granite State. Currently ranking 5th highest for total crime, the city confronts a reality that stands in stark contrast to its celebratory traditions. Besides, the majority of households contend with financial strains, wrestling with an income of just $48,932, which is quite low compared to other places in the states. Additionally, the median property price of $214,430 underscores Kean's real estate landscape, signaling a departure from property values seen in other regions of the state. Kean is facing a more somber reality, ranking 8th highest for total crime in the state. The statistics reveal a dirty truth. with 167 violent crimes and 1,739 property crimes per 100,000 residents, making it one of the more precarious places in New Hampshire. Number 6. Littleton. With a population of 4,025 recorded in 2023, this town is coping with safety concerns that dampen its otherwise quaint allure. Littleton's crime rates, both violent and property crimes, surge beyond the state averages, painting it as a less secure residential option compared to other corners of the Granite State. Economically, Littleton faces hurdles that further highlight its living complexities. With a minimum wage that may strain households, residents contend with financial pressures exacerbated by a 12% poverty rate. In terms of safety, Littleton experiences a notable 2.32 violent crimes per 1,000 residents, a figure that exceeds the state average and raises concerns about the well-being of its inhabitants. The property crime rate further adds to these apprehensions, standing at 1357 per 1,000 residents, emphasizing the challenges the town faces in maintaining a secure living environment. Number 5. Claremont. In the tapestry of New Hampshire's prosperity, Claremont stands out as a town confronting a unique set of difficulties, casting a shadow over its desirability as a residential haven. The financial plight faced by most households is striking, with the majority struggling on a meager income of just $44,882. It not only falls below the national median income but also significantly trails behind the economic benchmark set by the state. Crime rates in Claremont contribute to the city's less-than-ideal living conditions, leaning towards the higher side and fostering concerns about safety among its residents. The statistics hint at a challenge that extends beyond economic disparities, adding a layer of complexity to the city's appeal. Furthermore, the median property price of a mere $140,950 underscores Claremont's less-than-stellar real estate landscape. This is a stark divergence from the property values in other parts of the state. Number 4. Newport. While New Hampshire boasts some of the nation's highest incomes, implying an elevated standard of living, not every corner of the state enjoys such affluence. Newport, for instance, stands in stark contrast as one of the least privileged areas, with residents earning a meager $53,987 annually, a financial plight that extends to 4.3% of the population who lack gainful employment. Although Newport is a popular destination for vacationers, it might not be the best place to live long-term. Although the town's economy benefits from tourism, its relative remoteness may prevent variety from flourishing. In addition, the town's modest size and distance from large cities result in a shortage of certain basic amenities. In terms of crime, Newport doesn't claim the title of the state's worst, but it certainly falls far from the pinnacle. If you're in search of a locale that offers both intellectual stimulation and safety, coupled with a financial haven where your savings remain unscathed, Newport may not be the ideal choice. It's advisable to explore alternative options. Number 3. Berlin. With all that's wrong in Berlin, where do you even start? To begin with, let's look at the median home value. You can see how unwanted this area is by looking at its $92,100 price, which is much lower than the state and national averages. Next is the unemployment rate. It comes in at number 1 in the state at 8%, which goes a long way toward explaining the 19.8% total poverty rate reported by HomeSnacks. The situation isn't much better even for those who are employed. With an average salary of only $39,130, most households find it difficult to pay the bills. Among the 18 violent crimes that have occurred in this 9,617-person city, there have been 3 rapes and 2 robberies. 13 burglaries are among the 172 occurrences of property crime that have been reported. Number 2. Manchester is the riskiest city in New Hampshire when compared to its safer counterparts. With 114,650 people as of right now, it is among the most populated cities in the state. The town's minimum income, averaging approximately $42,000 annually, reflects the financial strain faced by its residents in the face of the rising cost of living. A notable concern is Manchester's poverty rate, standing at 15.2%, surpassing the state average and underscoring the pervasive economic difficulties experienced by a significant segment of the population. Manchester has the highest rate of violent crime in New Hampshire. Residents have a 1 in 25 chance of falling victim to violent crime. Number 1. Rochester. With a population of over 32,000, Rochester is dealing with economic disparities that significantly impact its residents. The town's minimum yearly income, around $53,000, stands as a testament to the financial pressure that a substantial portion of the population bears. Furthermore, a poverty rate of 11.8% adds another layer to the economic challenges here. It eclipses the state average and emphasizes the need for comprehensive economic revitalization. Rochester's crime rate, exceeding the national average, raises legitimate concerns about the safety and security of its residents. A closer look reveals that 1 in every 34 residents will be targeted by property crimes, further contributing to the town's less-than-ideal living conditions. Those are the 10 worst places to live in New Hampshire we have compiled from our research. It's vital to recognize that every community holds a unique story shaped by several factors. While we've highlighted challenges faced by some areas, it's essential to approach these narratives with empathy and understand how circumstances evolve.